as well as that for the Rebirth camp, and hopefully they will also be members of the frag counts for this final map of the night, this final map of the series. Whalers won the knife, they get the CT choice aside. Rebirth off from the pistol, have the utility in for Retchi, drop the P250 off the 4-pack, playing Raid Boss Bentley with a CZ, taking first contact out into that mid position and taking the early tag-ups.
A bit aggressive coming out from the Whalers, having a dual app set up with a third player, Bentley, with that CZ out in Boiler. Now, this is going to allow Rebirth to take some pretty easy brackets control, but it's the apartments is where the bomb is, Jay. That's on the back of Phantom.
DJ and Pone Alone, 2 frags coming in, headshots aplenty coming out. Retchi gets Bentley to drop Retchi and 4-pack, the last 2 players down. 4-pack's going to play for us. Well, he's going to get 1 kill, he's going to get 2 of his own. That's absolutely huge for the T side. And the bomb can get rotated in for the apartments, planted down, 2v2 retake on for the New England Whalers.
Oh, 2 versus 2. This has been brought right back for the Rebirth side. The Whalers are on for the retake. Rampage and Boo. We've seen what Boo's been able to do in the pistol rounds before. He's been very, very impressive. He's the one trying to come out from the apartments. They know the information of 4-pack to this pit position, but now it's all down to Boo to make it possible. And 4-pack and Reggie have done it between them. What a fantastic pistol round from Rebirth. And it looked like for a moment there, that should have been Whalers' pistol.
Indeed it did, but just that flank from the Raid Boss. Again, watch these shots from 4-pack. In particular, this transition, a couple of missed shots on DJ, but he got that headshot in the end and made it a 3K round all in all. Big stuff from him over on that Rebirth side, and he was fragging out like mad. I think he got that 30 bomb in that last map up. Only only a little bit behind Zotic in terms of the overall rating, who's definitely been the series leader for the Rebirth side, but both these players, critical elements of the CT and T sides so far in this map up.
Ponalo, no stranger to that Mag 7, is he, Jay? We've seen him use it countless times over the last couple of days, trying to bring it in to the sort of force buy going into round 2. A full investment deals across the board, a 5-7 up for Boo. And rather than just going all for Galils, all for rifles, they are going to have a couple of the MAC-10s in to have that kill bonus reward being boosted up. Whalers starting things off with a little bit of a heavy lean out towards the brackets position. 3 players here, but for Rebirth, this has been some pretty easy top banana control.
Rush up, very little resistance here from the CT side. Rampage is tagged up and forced away. Got Bentley on the site, ready and waiting back behind the first box position. Sprays through, coming in from Rebirth, just behind those smokes, hoping to catch some cheeky tags, completely blind, but unable to get much out of here. It is just common position, set up, smokes down, and the Whalers suppresses. Rebirth set to execute towards B.
No, they're falling back, and for a moment there, it looked like they were going to be running a bit of a stack to this A bomb side, but instead they're just going to trade places. I see Ponalo moving over to B while they rotate DJ back to A. And Phantom, he's just going to try and sell as much of a fake as possible. And this has even forced DJ quite deep into CT spawn.
Just wrecked you with a good shot. Tags up Carson as well. Zotic will be taken out by Rampage here, close towards the backboard. 5v3, the Pistons have been dug. Here comes Rampage on a rampage of his own right. 4-pack left alone here. Triple up the Deagles. 1 taken down, 2 taken down. But bomb out in the open, and 20 seconds. The Whalers, they're getting all this information because 4-pack's not being subtle about this. Face up, taps through, gets behind hard cover, tries to force a peek out from the short control. But after that, the long players to come in from Moto. Try to get ahead of the curve here. Comes forward, there's Bentley. Mac 10 kill, and a good response from the New England Whalers.
I can't even count, Jay, how many times in this series we have seen the anti-eco victories. Most of the time it's been Rebirth on the side to get the victory, but now it's the New England Whalers and having it, hitting it when it counts. Rampage just coming up with three insanely good kills, insanely quick too. He was able to pull distractions away, and it all started off with DJ, didn't it? Just before that smoke bloomed out in the archway position, he got that advantage. Rebirth, now they're forced on a buy on their own accounts. Tech9 and Deagles, let's see what they can do now.
Nades on, damage done. Nishi to Phantom and Retchi here. The Eagles Tech9 set in for a forced buyback from the Rebirth side, trying to see if they can re-establish their position against the Whalers. They won that last force, so why can't the T side? That's the thinking, at least. Right now, they're leaning in towards the brackets control, out towards that mid and apartments area. They've got 3 CTs on site to deal with. Pacing up from the Tech9, looks towards that back line, but doesn't see anything so far. Very little information being gained by Rebirth. They've just got to go for the execute and try and see if they can just, you know, Hail Mary at this stage.
And Ponalone getting flashed into that long angle. I don't know if he saw anything. He certainly did now. He would have spotted that bomb, Jay. That can be a little bit of information. They've already pushed up very deep in through Banana, so Bentley can be on a very quick rotation.
AK set to that backline raider receive from DJ Galil in the back, however, over at Mini Pit, takes that face, takes 2 kills. DJ gets involved. Phantom will drop a kill back in his own right, but it's quickly picked apart there. The pistols drop in. Eco inbound from Rebirth.
Okay, the Whalers going to start to put on some early pressure. We saw the force bite coming back from Rebirth, not really being too successful. We saw the jiggle peek from Ponalone, spotted out that bomb, went back into the side. Him and Boo set up a really nice crossfire. No money for them to work with over on the T side, so she's just going to Glock it out. A single flashbang, that's it, Jay.
As I mentioned, it's a full eco, and that'll get picked apart by the base. That gives Ponalone a rampage. He'll spray down from 2, gets 2. Ponalone 2 of his own. SMG picks up those frags, picks up the money, and picks up the third for the New England Whalers. And the buyback will look to come through from the Rebirth side. They can't afford the AWP just yet. Phantom only $50 away from getting it. But AK should still suffice here for the T side.
You know what has been a common trait, Jay, over the course of all 3 of these maps is like the early sort of 3, 4, 5 rounds of the game have been over very, very quickly. And I think that's both of these teams trying to put as much pressure onto one another to getting off to a strong start, building up a bit of a streak of rounds. 3-1 on the board for the Whalers. Rebirth going into some very quick banana control. Rampage pushing through that Molotov. Carson's now going to fall to DJ. A 4-on-4. So much damage coming through down banana.
Carson traded, at least they have that much here on the Whalers side. A slight HP advantage above 4-pack. It's only slight though. Again, nothing major that should make a difference at the moment here in this round. Could turn the tides of a bit of an awkward duel, but Bentley's going to take out 4-pack instead. Kill easy coming in for him on the M4. And that's a 4v3 scenario for the CT side. Utility coming out. Zotti looking at Bark enter. Good flash. Is in blind. Looking at the wall, trying to evade the CT presence. And still Ponalone will catch off Rexy. Now leaving the Phantom. SMG is good. 2 frags found. Plenty of money gained. And the New England Whalers starting things off fantastically here on CT side.
Something we haven't mentioned too, Jay, in this early game, they've been able to shut down Zodic over on this T side of Rebirth. He has been such an important figure for this Rebirth side in the first map and the second. 60 kills and 45 deaths, putting up a 1.29 rating over the course of the last 2 maps. He's currently 0-5, Jay. That's not what Rebirth want.
Fast play up again from the eco half by the Rebirth side. Flashing over, unfortunately, haven't got much choice in this Rampage. Ripping them apart again, giving another multi-frag opportunity. And it feels like the New England Whalers have carried the momentum in from the last map up. I thought it would be Rebirth, given the fact they won it. The way that Rampage been playing, the way that they've been playing around these multi-frag rounds, especially for the CT side, it looks so confident for the New England side.
Yeah, look, they've come into this and they've come in with a game plan, Jay, and that's just to get aggressive, shut down their opposition, look to take intent. Look at this Rampage. Yeah, it might be up against an eco, but it's certainly damaging to the mental side of the Rebirth's camp. Aggression and success. That's what the New England Whalers are finding. A 5-1 start on the 3rd map. 4-pack's going to decide to go for the T-side AWP. No AWP invested just yet for the New England Whalers.
Look at the nades up coming through against the T-side line. All sorts of utility thrown down into the banana position. And the Phantom will be that first casualty as a result. A simple casualty as well for the New England Whalers. It's just first to fall, 5-on-4. They go passive and so do Rebirth.
Time and time again, the New England Whalers have done a lot of damage in banana. What do Rebirth want to do here, though, Jay? It's currently a 2-2 split with the T's. Maybe see if they can put down an arch smoke and sneak their way into CT if they want to wrap around. No, they're going to bring that bomb back in Banana. 4Pack's at least going to try and sell a bit of a fake over at B, put down a little bit of utility, and that's actually going to force DJ to maybe group up with the B players and have a stack over at B. That's a misread to come out from the CTs.
Down to Moto, Rebirth. Held out towards his brackets, angled the New England Whalers of a crossfire set on 2 individuals. This can be isolated and picked apart by the Rebirth side. The Molotovs will start off well against Ponalone, burning quite a lot here. 28 HP, forced out in the open as well. Rely a lot on boost, pretty manic from both players, and Carson and Zotic overwhelm the defensive, and that's what I'm talking about. Good use of utility with face-ups and damage done. And now Rampage, Ben, and DJ probably don't have a chance at a retake. DJ will buy an opportunity taking out the player over a quad, but do they want to go for this?
They've got to. 3-on-3 post-plant. It's just come in. Rotations quickly. Go for it. See if you can get your luck. You've got a little bit of utility, but now they might opt to go for the save. That is a very important kill to come out from Carson, but is anyone watching the backlines, Jay? Because Bentley's trying to come out for the apartments.
Swinging the AK, looks to the back line, sees one player on site, transfers that spray back towards the pit player, hasn't it towards the pit, drops in against the AWP, Carson still gets that pick, and also doubles up to the 4th headshot, all in all. Massive stuff from him in the 2nd round of the board of Rebirth.
Okay, look, trying something a little bit unorthodox there for Bentley. Realizes, okay, I'm pretty sure there's a player towards pit, or mini pit, I should say, because when he took that contact out of the swing from the apartments, he didn't see anything to that pit position. You could see he tried to transfer his spray. So realizing that information, okay, let's just try and jump down to mini pit. But it was Carson in the site that was doing the majority of the damage. You have a look at the odds of GG's bet. It's still New England Whalers who have been the favorites throughout the majority of this series, Jay.
Even when Rebirth were on the front foot, Whalers were expected to take the win, and indeed it looks like they are set at the moment to try and do the same, but bit of a stop on that momentum. Rebirth find something back here. If they can break the backs of the Whalers side, they could gain quite a bit out of the next couple of rounds. There'll still be some pretty decent force fight potential for the CT squad. Rampage, that AWP, that 2nd one in play for the Whalers, will take that first shot down Banana, get forced even further away by that flashbang. And they will be forced to fight for Banana control, but again, very little resistance thrown up by Whalers in the mid-round.
I'll tell you what, Rebirth have done a sensational job, in all honesty, in taking map control on this T side of Inferno. They've been able to secure brackets. Banana, yeah, there's been a little bit of utility usage in terms of damage from the Whalers towards Banana, but outside of that, Rebirth have come out on top a lot of the times with the map control. Rampage with that secondary AWP over at the B bomb site. He's got Bentley to try and back him up. There isn't a lot of utility between the 2 B players, and they're going to be up against a B site X.
Oh, Rexy with a swing and a hit, as is Phantom going to get Bentley down, and that's already a safe call by the Whalers side. So passive on that defense, so when the passiveness just can't even hold off against them, and the picks come in that easy for the T side, you have no choice but to save your weapons. It does mean there could be several drops and a decent rifle round in from the Whalers into round 9. But for here, obviously, they're going to have to concede a 3rd back to the T side.
Yeah, look, you've got to wonder, do they really want to drop another AWP? Now, DJ can drop an AWP, that's no problem. But it's whether they want to be able to spend that much money. I mean, either way, you would expect Ponalone and DJ to be the 2 players that drop, unless Bentley wants to buy himself. There is a fair bit of cash on this CT side. It just depends if there's enough cash that they're willing to go for that investment of another big green gun. And we saw Rampage picking it up every now and then. It's normally been Bentley, but we've seen Rampage here and there. Wow, he actually buys himself an MP9. DJ could have dropped a weapon. I think there might have been some miscommunication. Ponalone or DJ could have dropped him something, and now he's on an SMGJ.
Still a decent set in. Again, not fantastic, but No players on pistols at the very least for the New England Whalers. Look at the bucket coming out from the SMG and the rifle of DJ. DJ will find that trade and continue to maintain that banana control. Will get forced back eventually. The Molotovs coming in from the T-side players will try and drive him away. Nade down range, won't catch anybody, so they make their way quickly into brackets and on towards short. Pone alone there with the AWP on site. Finds that frag on Retchy. No further contact established by the Rebirth side. They are still leaning in pretty passive-aggressive at the moment. Towards the short control, Boo will start to swing. Did he see that gun barrel? I don't know if he did. Either way, it's very careful from Rebirth setting up the utility for a double pump setup.
They heard the footstep in the apartments, and they now know that Phantom's out from short. So they know immediately there's at least 2 players around this A bomb site that are probably going to go for an exec. 3 players at A, they've just left DJ alone, and it comes down to these crossfires. Boo needs to make sure that he's trying to set up Pone alone the best that he can with the AWP.
Not a rest though, that's not the right call here. Zotic's going to take him down. Damage being done to that AK, and now the AWP stands alone here to the site. He's got backup behind him, eventually rotating the position. Good AWP shot with the 1 player. 2 kills so far. The Pone alone tapping him with a P250. Gets that frag, gets that ding. On for the quadra, he gets it as well. Pone alone, massive stuff to the site. And the New England Whalers looking on point here.
I tell you what, they baited in a mistake, Jay, on that T side. Boo, there was really no need for him to make an aggressive play like that. And Pone alone really was alone on that side. Bentley was the one rotating in, but he was the one dealing the most of the damage. 3 big kills with him with that P250 and the AWP. And I think Boo needs to be careful for making aggressive plays like that, because Zotic just punished him immediately.
These first few rounds are the most one-sided we've seen so far out of this series. New England Whalers decimating the Rebirth side so far. Still a 5-on-4. Look at TJ finding Carson the damage done to Bentley and everything. And somehow, despite the major advantage they have, the Whalers find a way to respond.
Oh, what was that for 4-pack? That second AWP shot to DJ. Oh, it seems like it's a battle of the AWPers going into the 3rd map, Jay. The New England Whalers are down to 3, and are they just going to gamble stack this A bomb side? They might just be thinking about it.
Flashes up. Rebirth trying to sell the idea of an A play. Bentley will decide to stack in eventually. The bomb is going to rotate back and start leaning in towards the B site. What is the call from Rebirth? Are they going to go for the execution? Are they going to go into B? I mean, they've got the utility set for it. 2 smokes down towards Coffins and Cross. Pone alone will catch Wretches. That sells them on even more of what they're going for here. But they have equalized the standing here, the Whalers. I think they're actually going to rotate and try to go for this retake now that they've turned it to an even standing.
I'll tell you what, I didn't think they were going to be going for this, Jay, but it comes down to this banana contact. That really dictates if they go for the retake or not. Bentley has got the AWP to deal with for 4-pack. Does he wide swing, jiggle peek? What's the play here? He's waiting, trying to see if he can bait up some information, wait the timeout, and now full-pack's attention's been drawn away.
Bentley looking on. AK Exotic standing by here against the first CT. 2 players, in fact, facing that position. He's not going to replace it again. Instead, Bentley swings gets 2 kills. Zotic with an AK headshot comes back around here towards construction. Got a 4-pack. Knows that bomb's partly Coffins. Needs to kill on Boo. Pone alone sticking it. Boo's drawing his attention. Stays good, but it's not enough time for Zotic to get the secondary frag. We'll still hunt for Pone alone, knowing he's close somewhere, but the AWP will escape, and so will the Whalers with a 7-3 lead.
I tell you what, that was such a sick play from the construction player. You saw that jiggle peek, right? Rather than a wide swing, the jiggle peek gives them the information that there's 2 players around that Coffins angle. And what that does is it allows Bentley to get that information pushed through the banana smoke. The AWP of 4-pack's attention's been pulled away to CT. That's 2 kills. The trade comes back. But in the end, Whalers are able to secure the round. 7-3. They are off to an absolute flyer. I can't believe they got that retake together. And now DJ aggresses up through the apartment. 2 kills. Easy as that.
5-on-3. The Whalers wrecking Rebirth in a fashion that we haven't seen at all in this series. At least so far. Two back here towards the new box area. Zotta going to get that kill. Rampage going to try hide behind it. They get spotted. Well, definitely not. Back to turn. Sprays good for one. Transfers back towards the dark position before Pack comes up with that AWP pick instead. 2v2. Plant now secured. Rebirth with a chance to get 4 now on the T-board. But the Whalers, once again, they're up for a good retake.
And they need to deal with this AWP, Jay. They've got so much util on the A players, so if they can get a molly out potentially to this new box position, but even crossing out is going to be an issue because 4-Pack has got the angle up down. 3 kills for him and a 4th on the board for Rebirth. The Whalers couldn't even get into a sightline to the bomb side.
That was an even standing as well with a HP advantage by the Rebirth camp. There's no utility to flash their way onto that position. Could not catch that ult of a blind. They get their 4th on the T-side board, but Rebirth are going to be the ones calling in the tactical pause. I mean, they've had some really close rounds. You can see what that's done for the CT economy and how that's going to affect the buy going into the next round. 2 SMGs, a FAMAS on Boo, and M4 for DJ, and I'm not even sure if Bentley even has a weapon to work with. But Rebirth are the ones thinking about things. Their second tactical call in this map up.
I don't think there is, because he's got no armor, right? Like, if there was an MP9 or a FAMA or something dropped to him, you would expect him to buy armor, so I don't think there's anything for him. And for Rebirth, this could be the turning point. I mean, you mentioned it only a few rounds ago, Jay. This is probably one of the most one-sided starts we've had. We're now in a position where the Whalers are really low on their economy. Rebirth have the opportunity of winning this, getting 5, Eco for the next, getting 6, and then that's where we get back to the very similar scorelines that we've had in Map 1 and Map 2. Are they going to go for aggressive mid? Look at this play from the New England Whalers.
Try to send a pistol. Several times in the past, not just in this series. SMG of Rampage swings, Carson able to get that kill. DJ finds the trade, but Phantom finds Boo elsewhere in the second mid position. Polo line falls out, brackets. DJ turns it to a 3v2. Now they realize that they can play out the apartment. DJ still gets 3 kills. One also open up Phantom. DJ onto the end. He's the last player of 4-Pack. And he was quiet for the first 2 maps. Here in map 3, he's come alive. 15 kills for DJ.
I spoke about the potential of him, Jay, and we've really yet to see him explode. He's been being decently in Map 1 and Map 2, wasn't a big fragger for the New England Whalers, but my goodness, has he turned up the heat going into Inferno. It is an ace, or at least, an ace to come out from DJ, I think, in the end there. That was unbelievable. That was such a display from talent, and he was like the only one that really had the most amount of weaponry.
Speaking of weaponry, the force back's coming through from Rebirth. Fast play in towards Banana this time. Having enough of the Whalers shenanigans, just going to rush their way in. So much damage being done. The AP 250 out to one up his teammate. And DJ now up against Phantom. 1v3, 6 HP. This is a night for the New England Whalers.
I don't know if I can take it, Jay. It seems like it's play after play after play. Phantom now, 1 versus 3. He's on 6 points of health. What was that spray down from Bentley? The spray control to the max. And now Phantom has it all to do. A force buy coming out from Rebirth that looks like it is going to get punished. 9 on the board for the New England Whalers. And Rebirth, oh, Jay, just when they put that 4th round up, it's been 2 massive rounds in a row from the Whalers.
Bentley was maybe a bullet away from getting a quadra spray transfer. Unbelievable. Oh, Jesus. The Whalers just responding to Rebirth. And that was a force buy round as well. They've got to go back to the half buys once again. Mac 10s, Tech 9s, Deagles, and a P250. Ah, man. Oh, this is going to be tough for the Rebirth side. Like, the Whalers have just dominated throughout the entire course of this matchup. And it is CT side, so maybe on the half switch there's something there for Rebirth, but they really need to mount something good here. 11-4, I don't think will be good enough.
This looks to be an apps pop, Jay. You've got Exotic with just a single flashbang. Try and see if you can get the bomb down.
DJ slow up, Boo standing by with the M4 spray, blind the smoke, takes out one, Polo gets one of his own, Boo triples up, no, DJ steals the final frag away. Four-pack will get the Deagle in, get 2 more kills. Bomb dropped on the stack on the truck area. M4 picked up looking for the next couple of CTs. Both players coming in from that short control, and they know where their bomb is, so does Four-pack.
How does he play this, Jay? Both players really holding the same angle. He's got a little bit of utility, but picking up the bomb, he really needs to try and take a fight. It's right on top of him. Now it's a 1 versus 1, and he knows where Rampage is. HG to follow, needs to still try and pick up that bomb. It seems like it's a little bit difficult. He needs to get up, but he can't find the kill. A 10th up for the Whalers, and that wasn't even a full by Jay. That was, and it went to a 1 versus 1.
Damage being done to the CT side, definitely going to happen. I'm coming into the last round of the half where the buy will come back. AWP is in on Ponalone and the AWP Four-pack to try and respond here on the Rebirth side. SMG of Bentley. Ready towards the banana position. AWP focused on, catches Rampage, jumping for info. Good start, good kill. Second frag not going to present itself. Four-pack tries to go for those wall banks, but doesn't connect them towards the remaining CT individuals, although he is getting very, very close.
Four-pack has just been doing everything on this T side, Jay, whether it's been with the pistol, the AK, or the AWP. 17 kills for the man, and that could be the important one. He needs to convert a 5th for his team. Boo's trying to get aggressive in the apartment, and no one's ready for him. That's the response in for the CTs.
4-on-4 scenario. AWP opponent alone backs up. Flashes over, nades on the Zodic, and 16 HP stand to the man. M4 Boo still hunting, hearing players coming out for the apartment, still drop down towards Winnie Pit. AWP's got to try and keep him covered. Ponalone tapped up low, shot missed on the player on site. Four-pack swings DJ and Boo, able to support with the rifles. Carson gets 2 frags though. 2v1. Bomb plant can be secured. Smoke down towards the default entrance. The CT set to come in thick and fast. That incendiary is going to get completely extinguished. And Carson can back up a little bit, trying to isolate the corner player. Graveyard, that's a 3rd frag on for the 4K. On to deal with Bentley, who's on the bomb.
He's
sticking the whole thing. Breakthrough, being seen. Ben's going to clutch it. And 11-4 goes the way of the New England Whalers. In this heart of the CT dominance, Rebirth going to have to turn it around after the break, so don't go anywhere.
I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I come back fast, cause I was running road so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife, and when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I ended up seeing red. But you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end but the road, and you won't even get it. Been
Not a scoreline we've seen in this series between the New England Whalers and Rebirth, but it is the scoreline for this final map. And Rebirth up on the CT side will need to come back against it if they want to steal this map away and this series away from the New England Whalers. 4 back on defense, rush out to the B side. So much damage done to the CT forces. The backline's being defended against. DJ comes up with that kill. Renchi turns up for 1 good fight. 4-pack waiting in the midst of the smoke. Dealt with by Benley, and a 4v2 retake up for the CT side.
What a start for the New England Whalers, Jay. Quick into that B bomb site. DJ getting 2 kills on the entry. Benley with the trade. And now it's down to Phantom and Zotic to try and bring this back. But 2 on 4, you can pretty much say that this is already done. They need to find some kills and they've got to come in quickly. That's not going to help the situation. Phantom's now the last one left. The Jewel Pig's going to come in. What a round for the New England Whalers. Nice and easy. And Rebirth, I mean, they had players deep into the site towards that dark and new box position, but the USPs just couldn't find anything.
12 to the board of the T side. The New England Whalers with a fast play out of the gate into the B site. Rebirth just couldn't hold on with it. Decimated by the sheer speed of the Whalers side. And I mean, that's already just like a really good sign, because you saw how Mirage, when the Whalers rushed, Rebirth shut it down. I realize it's just a pistol round of a result, but even so, such a big way in, opportunity that presents itself. Nades on against Phantom, 10 points of health. Rampage takes out Richie, Phantom will burn, and the B site only has 1 player in cast to defend against it. I mean, the Whalers already at a major HP advantage anyway.
Whalers trying to go into B. Rampage with his MAC-10, 2 kills. And look, you've got to understand for the Rebirth side, they didn't force into this, Jay, so you can't expect them to do too much damage. They've been able to tag Rampage and Boo relatively low. That's an important kill that's at least going to be able to do something to the economy from the T side. But for 4-pack, can he find 4? Not quite a secondary kill, but now the rifles will follow.
13 to the T side board. Rebirth have this last shot at this game, this last shot at this series. They need to get this round. It would do big stuff against the New England Whalers as well. You know, they had to force up a couple of weapons into this one. About a rough 2K moneyline average across most players here. MAC-10 for Boo, of course, still being that SMG player in this one. Can overwhelm the likes of Recchi going glass cannon. That single shot, headshot, and close quarters combat against M4. Forcing Recchi low, forcing Zotic out. Rampage jumps around the corner, gets the opening kill. Haven't checked Cubby. Carson lines up loads of damage, but again, just can't find the frags. Now it's Zotic repositioning, edge of that smoke, covered off towards the graveyard. I don't think they saw him. He swings, but DJ is just still. They know exactly what Rebirth are doing. And Phantom and Recchi are left to fall back and save. They've got Boo keeping him with a MAC-10. Phantom will catch him off guard, but this round is over. It's 14 for the Whalers.
That was just phenomenal. That was sensational to watch, Jay, because for the Whalers, they just set themselves up so quickly. They ran through 2 smokes when contact was made. First of all, it was the bracket smoke they ran through. Then they ran through a long smoke. And even for DJ, jiggle peeking out from Moto and just gets an absolutely deleting shot onto Zotic playing from Graveyard. Whalers go up to 14, and for Rebirth, Jay, I don't know how many more opportunities they're going to get like that. They are in a massive deficit.
10 rounds to the lead, and it kind of feels like a bit of a deflating moment for the Rebirth side. Double digits on map 1, overtime on map 2. But now 10 rounds to the lead on this 3rd and final chance. Rebirth back up with the heavy investment of force buy, because they kind of have no choice at this stage. Orp in for Recchi, now it's the Kevlar to back it up. SMG on Carson. Hamas for Zotic and 2 M4s, and the odds have tipped right back to the favour of New England Whalers. And I don't know how Rebirth come back from this. They've already lost the first frag.
Pwn alone, T-side AWP tries to get it out, and he makes wonders with it. They are going to rotate a 3rd player back to B, but I don't know whether the Whalers are going to continue with this B-side XEJ. It could be a double pump, or it could be a bit of a fake. We'll just have to wait and see. For Rebirth, though, I tell you what, if the T's run into this B bomb site, they'll be running into a triangle of death.
Up, flash in, SMG gonna get dealt with. Rampage takes out Blue though, so the man advantage still in the favor of the CT side. Fourth pack goes falling back as so does Phantom get a little bit passive. Fourth pack taking some damage. Phantom flashed in point blank against Rampage, and Pwn alone will duel with the last CT player. 1 versus 4 for Zotic. That's just upsetting more than anything else here for Rebirth. He's going to have to try and go for this kit on his pouch. IWP scopes in, takes that first frag. Good shot to open it. But one player off to his right-hand side, 2 more to his left, 1 in CT. Gets DJ to fall. That Molotov misses as well. Going to get that third pick on a player up boost. Not ready for Rampage. And that will be the kill coming in the 15th map and match point for the New England Whalers here.
And I've got to be honest, Jay, I did not see this coming out. You know, we go, 29 rounds on Overpass. We go into OT on Mirage. It's been one of the closest series we've had for the last 4 days of IEM New York on the B stream. And we go into the third map of Inferno, and it's like night and day. 15-4. Rebirth have not caught a break. Zonic's not been able to fire at the same potential. And the Whalers are 1 round from taking the series victory.
Rush forward of Rebirth, they have no more choices. Boo comes up with a kill, Rekchi will get DJ. Fast play up from the P90 of Bentley, and at least Rekchi doubles up. SMG of Phantom gets another good pick, and it looks like Rebirth will stay alive. Orc stays in, AK recovered on 1. And a big round for Rebirth to win because it's a survival round for the CTs.
It's decent. Got to hold on here for Rebirth. Got to take as many rounds as you can. 10. To go to OT. Look, it's a tough one to think about at this stage. You've got to think round by round basis. But even for the Whalers, I mean, their buy round's not fantastic, Jay. They're on for a Galil and a P90 to back up the rest of the AKs. AWP from 4-pack. This is his chance to be able to continue what he did on the T side over on CT.
CT's forcing forward. Zotic, Carson, Rekchi come up with a 3-for-2 trade. Dino's got those 2 kills. Pwn alone being held back here towards the T stairs. Look at the aggression from the mid-control. P90 around that corner knows where DJ roughly is, but DJ with those 3 kills and the recklessness, the aggression of Rebirth is going to bring us back to an even standing. 2-on-2 scenario. Phantom backing up now, moving in towards the boiler position. The T's are backing up towards T-spawn. They're going to try and lean into Banana.
And they're going to have to deal with that AWP. You'd have to think if you want to face an M4 and an AWP like that, you probably want to be facing the rifle of the M4. 4-pack holding down the line at the broken wall position. First peek in, and DJ is actually able to find the shot into the AWP. How has that happened, Jay?
I have no idea. He had them locked on, in sight, shot not connecting though. And DJ with 4 kills, potentially on for the ace. Phantom not giving up the information now. He's watching the backlines here from Dark. Up for the headshot. Phantom gets that kill. Orp left the Pwn alone. Molotov into the backlines. Going to try force him out. He's burning a little bit. Taking some damage. Scope up. Heard the tag now. Facing in. Shoulder bait. Trying to force out a kill. But Pwn alone with the final frag. The flick with the Orb. And the Whalers in a one-sided fight.